I'm sure in your search for a leather sofa or sectional, you come across various terms and lots of different price points out there on the market. In this video, I'll give you the lay of the land as far as what those different words and terms mean and leave you empowered to find the perfect sofa. Leather, as opposed to fabric, does not have an abrasion rating. So what we say is it wears in versus it wears out. It is very easy to care for in terms of wiping up spills and stains. Leather breathes and always adjusts to the room temperature and to your body temperature. A particular hide will come in really, really thick, and they'll split that hide into several horizontal pieces. The top grain leather is the top section, and then the bottom section is called the split. And that split is much lower quality, it's not as durable, and it's also less flexible, so more prone to cracking. Full grain refers to a top grain leather, so the top layer of the hide that has all of its natural markings and variations. It's actually more smooth overall in terms of texture. So that is actually what the hide looks like. They're more susceptible to stains because they haven't had any extra pigment or protection on the surface. It does make them more supple. They feel more delicious to the hand, but depending on your lifestyle, it may make more sense for you to have a protected leather. Full aniline refers to a type of dye process. Typically, the leathers have very little correction done to the hide and minimal processing otherwise, so they can be more prone to stains. Semi-aniline has some correction done to the surface and also to the pigment, so it's more consistent overall in color. It also has had some protection added to the surface. The one drawback is that it might feel a little bit more stiff. Bonded leather refers to leather scraps that are ground up and then glued back together to form a uniform surface. They're then finished and then embossed to make them look like real leather, but they don't feel the same way and they certainly don't wear the same way. Bonded leather also doesn't breathe like natural leather and is also prone to cracking and peeling. There are some manufacturers that will include some bonded leather and some top grain leather. There are some advertisers that will say top grain leather where you sit, but that assumes that the rest of the sofa, the arms, the back, the sides of the piece are bonded or are vinyl. Some leathers are not as protected as others. The things that leather as a hide is most sensitive to are lots of natural sunlight. It also is very sensitive to oil stains. The good news about a top grain leather upholstered sofa is that a lot of those oil stains will just soak into the leather over, a month or two. Leathers are particularly sensitive to very strong sunlight, so you want to be conscious of that when you pick a piece for a particular room. The pigmented leathers are less susceptible to fading just because of that extra protective layer. It all depends on what you like in terms of texture and what will work in the room. If you walk into your room and you see a sofa that has marks all over it, is it going to make you crazy? Or do you want something that's going to stay the same color, the same texture, and it's not going to vary at all? Thanks for watching. I hope this has been helpful. If we can answer any more questions for you, please stop by one of our 6 locations. We're happy to help. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please click subscribe.